Do you think I won yesterday?
Where can it go?
I'll put it wherever you want it.
I like that answer.
Being a detailer, we always want everything to be perfect. You have to remember sometimes it's not possible.
I've got a standby. Get a jump pack, reboot him. It's gone down.
My name's Baggsy. I'm a pro drifter and the guy behind SB Motorsport. Over the years, we've built some amazing creations like the V8 GT-R and our PS13 comp car. We bring the smoke and smiles to events all around the world, with a few viral sensations along the way. But now it's time for a world's first. We're putting GT-R life and soul into a Navara truck. But I'm not doing this alone. I've got a great team to help me. And some of the best partners in the industry. So buckle up, it's going to be a hell of a ride. And even I don't know how it's going to turn out.
I just drive the car.
Welcome to Project Navara-R.
The week before Snap-on show.
Yeah, it's a scary time fitting a body kit that you've never even seen on anything else in the world before. First time ever really being involved in designing something like that, and then bringing it back here to the workshop and actually seeing it go on the truck for the first time. There was so much riding on whether it was going to fit, you know, perfectly or whether we were going to have to make adjustments. But I had a lot of faith in the guys down at APH3G. They were extremely professional and confident that everything was going to be you know, first time fit, perfect, and to be fair to them, it was absolutely bang on. A little bit of fettling just here and there where, you know, we had to get sort of like the surfaces to meet perfect.
So yeah, on the back of the body kit, they had put some mounting blocks on the back. They'd left them long, obviously, because they hadn't actually mounted them to a panel before, so they left them long.
So you can trim them to the right length rather than being short, and then you know, you have to try and make something up to fit in there. Apart from that, I think the body kit fit near on flawlessly.
We just had to keep taking bits off them at a time to make sure that we had a good bonding surface to go to.
That's the problem.
What is it?
Don't fit.
Get his saw and saw the bottom of his bumper off.
I'm not even joking. Because their metal plates are in there.
Yeah,
so there's nothing.
But this one...
You can't take the metal plates off. Yeah, we're just the bottom of this bumper off here. Ain't gonna matter, is it? He's f***ing useless, this in come and do this to me, he's f***ing useless. I don't know what he's doing.
No need to cry about it. You need a new joke. A little bit closer. You got a photo of how this all sits together, because that don't look too right. That'd be thrown away. A render of the corner. Doo-doo. I've got a standby. Get a jump pack, reboot him. It's gone down. He's not.
Where's the render?
He's not got the new software for 2022 yet.
So quite often, you'll ask Baggsy for something. He will sometimes come back to you and say, yeah, I'll have a look at that now. Most of the time, He'll say that, and then he goes into standby mode.
Does that quite a lot, to be honest with you. I'm not sure what goes on. I think his brain goes into like overload.
I mean, like, we'd all like to know what's going on inside that head sometimes, because he's just freezes and, you know, you lose him for 5-10 minutes and you have to, you know, give him a bit of a wake up, but he comes back eventually.
Yeah, no way, it fucking touches. That's not right, is it? Look then, he's gone and got his laptop. Fucking look at it. Look at it.
See those lumps there? You can't see like much of the down bit, can you?
Don't fit though, do it though.
It's your breath, mate. You got tea again?
Coffee.
I'm at the tippy top of my game, looking down at the rafters. I had to sun these boys, can't leave them bastards. A lot of dudes, just some undercover.
I must have been back from taking a picture.
I was going to say Corbin never gets his phone out.
I like that. Just need to crack and get it done now, don't we? Should have done this months ago.
I think when that's all in colour, that's just going to look.
I think he even looks fat now.
It's in colour now, mate. I don't see it in black and white.
What are you, f***ing Joe Pasquale saying? You're a f***ing comedian, are you? Everything I f***ing say, you have to f***ing say something about it, do you? And then his go-to answer is, don't get emotional about it. I can take the piss out of you, but don't say something back, because otherwise I'll just say don't get emotional about it.
So yeah, when we had to get the paddles ready for paint, they were in pretty good shape, to be honest. So we keyed them all up. There was a couple of little lumps where they had mounted the blades on the inside of the fenders, where the glue had melted the fiberglass slightly. It was only very slight, so a quick block out, and then it was ready for primer and then paint. So they were pretty easy to prep because they were really good, well made. So
Corbin always says the you know, his ability to paint here is never perfect because of the conditions, but Corbin's painted loads of stuff here and it's always come out amazing. So I had, you know, it's the same old conversation with Corbin saying that the paint's going to be not that great, but I'd struggled to find fault with it in anything he's painted before. He'd probably tell you a very different story.
yeah, so I am my own worst critic with paintwork, and I want everything to be as best as it can possibly be. I used to have a lovely spray booth, used to get really nice finishes out of it. The spray booth we have here is a makeshift spray booth and it's not ideal. I put the paint on, it looked okay. There was a few bits of dust and stuff in it that needed sorting out, but other than that, everyone seemed happy with it, and I'm never happy with much, so just got to deal with it and crack on.
So now we've got to decide where the screamers go.
Okay. I mean, where can it go? It's probably the easiest.
I'll put it wherever you want it.
I like that answer.
Obviously Steve had this idea that he wanted flames to come from all four corners of the truck.
I mean, when I kind of visualised the Navara in my head, I was kind of always thinking about it going up the hill at Goodwood at some stage. And I just had this dream of like having 4 flames coming out of it. You know, if you were looking at the truck coming up the hill, you know, dead head on, just having like flames coming up the front bumper, flames coming up the rear side skirts. And I just thought that'd look amazing in a photo. So, you know, when I kind of said to the guys, you know, I want it to come out the front, like the front bumper.
Sometimes that's not as easy to do as it sounds. And Steve wanted to be able to visibly see the flames, so they had to come out of the corner of the truck somehow. So there was only really one place on the bumper which missed the front splitter, which missed the front wing like over fender. We kind of all discussed it and talked about it, and me and Corbin come to the decision that that was where they were going to live, but making them fit there and making them come out identical wasn't hard to fabricate them and get the job finished. It was just a lot of thought process going into how they were going to look, where they were going to sit and what angle they were going to come out at, because we wanted it to look as cool as we could.
I don't mind, it's good on the end. I like that, it's good, isn't it?
If they come out good, I'll be well impressed. For just $199 a month, you can get yourself a Wando. I reckon we should have had them like that. I think I just had a really lucky. Look, I guessed it. I guessed the cut, and then look. I mean, I tell you what. I'll take that right now.
It's a good job I was here, wasn't it? No one would believe you otherwise.
People will be like, he was there for hours doing that.
I think they look really cool where they're coming out now. The boys have done a really good job of getting it all like really symmetrical on both sides, and I just think it, you know, it was the best places for them.
I think they're in the best position they can be. They miss everything. They come out clear of the fog lights, clear of all the body kit, and I think once it's on the dyno and we see the truck running with the anti-lag and whatnot, we'll see the flames come out and we'll be able to see 4 flames from each corner of the truck, like Baggsy wanted, like his dream.
So we've been friends with the guys over at Kenwood and JVC going on probably 6-7 years now. They've been around the car scene for as long as I can remember, and it's always been something of desire for me when we were younger to have like a fancy head unit or sound system. It was one of the first car modifications I ever did, was put like a sound system into one of my very first cars. And they've always helped us out. Anything we've ever had, from vans to cars here at the workshop, they've always supported us with product. So it was only natural for me to kind of call on them when we were building the Navara to give them the opportunity to work with us on this project, to do something really cool.
We feel really excited, privileged to be asked to be involved. There's some really key companies. Obviously, it's a high-profile build online. It's a bit different, but it's given us a great opportunity when Baggsy said about what he was doing.
Yeah, so not long after I spoke to them about the project, the guys wanted to come down here and have a look and see what was going on, and they brought some equipment with them, and we got to look at all the stuff that was going to be going in the truck.
We were bringing out our new unit. It's got 4 dash cams on it, 4 cameras. So you've got angle cameras, blind spot cameras, and a rear high definition camera. So we were like, well, straight away, that's our flagship product.
They've also supplied us an amazing brand new piece of equipment that they've only just brought out, which is their Ultra HD, a million K dash cam.
And then we've got our flagship floating 10.1 inch screen, which has got multiple cameras, front, rear, left and right HD cameras. It's also CarPlay and wireless Android auto mirroring. So in a big dash like the truck, 10.1 inch screen is fantastic. Baggsy will be able to navigate, Waze, Google Maps, WhatsApp as well in messages. You can even have Zoom on there, dial into meetings through it.
And then later on they came back again and started doing all the install, running all the cables, fitting all the speakers. They didn't just supply the equipment to us and let us fit it. They wanted to get hands-on, involved with the project and do all the fitting for us as well, which is amazing.
So we've sort of done 2 days on it. We've done one day turning up thinking it was going to be straightforward and this and that, and then realised actually we needed to order a few different bits and different parts. On the face of it, it's just a Navara, right? It's a pickup truck, but then it's not. Obviously, it's a GT-R, so you've got this hybrid Frankenstein situation going on, and then obviously different bits are being developed, so some things aren't even working fully yet, and you're still stumbling around that. And of course, ultimately, the Navara is a used vehicle, so it's sort of got its own little quirks and challenges as well. So it's gone as well as it could.
Just another tick on the sheet of paper of all the list of stuff we had to do, which was awesome. And can't wait to take it to some shows with Kenwood and put it on display. So when they were here, they did the install for us. Yeah, they pretty much did everything on the audio side, which is absolutely amazing. Really excited to, you know, when we eventually get out in the truck to have, you know, some really, really nice sounding audio in the truck, and yeah, be able to work with the guys again on another project's amazing.
Obviously most body kits you see fastenings holding all the exterior edge of the panel on.
This kit has no mounting holes for bolts. It's all done off the back faces.
Sterling, who designed the kit, most of their kits are bonded onto the vehicle.
So APH3G just explained to us that, you know, with the parts they've made before, they've got a special adhesive that, you know, you kind of just bond the body kit onto the truck.
I was a bit sceptical with it at first because I've never bonded on a kit, and obviously bonding on a kit on a car which is supposed to drive and do these things that we've built this truck to do, it's a bit of a worry, but Corbin's fairly sure that it should stay on and last.
And as long as you prime it and everything's clean and tidy, it's really, really strong stuff.
So we had faith in their idea. We kind of just ran with it and did the same thing, and obviously there was no other option to bond it on.
Oh boy.
This gun's fucked. It's a gun.
Is it the gun?
It's shit.
What would you expect, mate? Warm it up, it'd be easier.
Shut up.
Yeah, it doesn't do anything until there.
There's another gun. There is one somewhere.
Look.
I don't know if it's any better, but
that's bad. We're fucking cooking with.
Obviously know this truck's going to go really fast, so in my mind I was just like, is some silicon sealer, tiger seal kind of product that we were supplied going to hold it together?
I mean, we've tried sort of giving it a bit of a pull and a tug and a bit of a wiggle.
Just give it a yank.
It hasn't fallen off yet. It seems pretty on there, so it'd be expensive if it's not.
Obviously, Corbin's paintwork was really good, and like I stated, that it's not a paint booth or anything like we're in a dusty workshop. So he did the best job he possibly could do.
Obviously, we had a few bits of dust and stuff in the paint work that I'd painted.
So yeah, Chris from the Sonax UK Detailing Academy, we've met him before a few times on the Crusade trips that we've done, like the road trips, and obviously he's involved with Sonax, which is a partner of us here at SB Motorsport, so it was only natural that we got on the phone to Chris.
Before Chris arrived, and as Chris arrived, I was wet flatting the paint areas that I had just painted, just to get rid of all the dust and everything out of it, so then he can polish it up.
It was a little bit of a last minute call from my end, only because once we got all the truck together, we really thought it needs to, you know, it really needs to kind of be buffed and made amazing. So it was my first call in my phone book to Chris. He was awesome, you know, he pretty much dropped what he was doing and came straight down to us, and yeah, you know, he was here for I think 2 or 3 days polishing the truck and did an amazing job.
So gone with like a heavy cut. The good thing is obviously being Nissan, this is quite soft paint, so it's quite easy to correct. There's lots of deep scratches which are impossible to chase, but yeah, going with like a medium to heavy cut first stage, finishing it out with a second stage with a lighter polish, and then using final, which is like a wax, like an all-in-one, just to finish it. Well, the trouble is, being a detailer, we always want everything to be perfect. That's what we do, but you have to remember sometimes it's not possible. So, you know, in a previous life, this Navara had quite a tough life. So, yeah, it's just improving the overall gloss. There's lots of swirl marks. You know, it's not been washed properly over its time, and so yeah, just improving it, getting rid of the swirl marks. A lot of the deeper scratches will have to just stay in because yeah, they will, but they're going to be covered with wrap anyway. So yeah.
Have you tried giving one of the arches a wiggle and see if it's like the arches are stuck? Are they actually like?
It's pretty excellent.
I can't believe it's at this point, to be honest. Like it's, I don't know. I'm trying to think. I spent 2.5 years trying to get to this bit. We're not even finished. Still got to get it to run.
Yeah, I never run. It's just an ornament, isn't it?
So when it come to actually it leaving for the first time to go somewhere, we'd obviously never put it in the trailer before with all the body kit and everything on it.
We had to reverse load it because there was nowhere to winch off the front of the truck, so we had to put it on backwards, which was not ideal because obviously the weight is then at the back of the trailer, but at the time the truck wasn't running, so it was kind of a needs must situation.
We knew it was going to be wide to the trailer anyway, and it's so low that you can't put a strap on the body underneath because it would try and rip the front bumper off.
It was kind of nervous because we'd spent a long time building this truck, and like I said previously, we had a deadline. This is the first deadline we'd had in 2 years, and it was kind of a moment when everyone thought, shit, we can't break this deadline. Like, this truck has to be done tonight, you know, it has to be done today. It has to be finished to a point where it can go to Snap-on, to the show, to the SFC, for everyone to see it. Everyone had done an amazing job. Sam and Corbin had smashed it out of the park, prepping, painting, fitting the body kit. Chris from Sonax had done an amazing job making it look incredibly clean again. I'd put all the interior back together. The thing looked incredible, and then we had to move it. You know, it's easy to create something in a workshop that's 60 foot wide, but when you've got to try and move it and transport it, it becomes a different problem. And it is almost as wide as the GT-R. The GT-R is a tight squeeze in the trailer, and the truck is equally as a tight squeeze. But it's a lot longer, so you kind of have to take into consideration that the front bumper is almost on the back door when the back door's shut, and the truck literally just fits in the trailer. So, I mean, knowing that the truck was going that night to the Snap-on show, nobody wanted to mark it, no one wanted to scratch or damage anything, so we took a bit of time, a bit of consideration to get it in there. And I think once the door shut and we knew it was going and it was done, to that point everyone had a little bit of a sigh of relief to say, we made the deadline, the truck's in one piece, let's just hope Baggsy can get it there in one piece.
So we just arrived in Birmingham. It's the Snap-on franchisee show. We are in the ICC arena, and we've just got the Nissan Navara-R truck into the show. It's now on display for 2 days with Snap-on for all their staff, franchisees, everyone that works for the brand in the UK and Ireland. I've just seen our new toolbox that's going on display in June, so I'm really excited about that. The guys have pulled it out of the bag, it looks incredible. Can't wait to show everybody the truck over the next 2 days. It's been a labour of love, it's been a lot of hard work. The boys have pulled it out of the bag. The last 4 weeks have been, you know, have been so much hard work to get it here today, and I'm really grateful that they've managed to do it. I feel like a little bit of a weight has been lifted off my shoulders to get it here for this deadline, and yeah, looking forward to seeing everybody from Snap-on over the next 2 days.
Yeah, I've been on this project a little while now. Yeah, it's just all a bit of a blur. I'm pretty confident it's going to be started soon.
It's obviously just a nervous time to be putting something on the dyno and pushing for the maximum amount of power.
Yeah, let's see what the thing sounds like.
Ah, fuck, it's really hot. Phil?
No.
Yeah. Ready then, ready for action. Oh mate, look at that!
No, I've just decided if I never say anything to you, you've got nothing to film, so...
I'll still film you anyway.
Would you fuck off?
That's not the attitude, is it? Right, I'm gonna go tell Dad.